For additive manufacturing of large polymer composite parts, use a robot or use a gantry machine. Pete Zelinski, Additive Manufacturing Media. I am at Additive Engineering Solutions in Akron, Ohio. Specialists in 3D printing of very large composite parts, end-use components in some cases, big tools in a lot of other cases. And until now, they have used gantry machines to do this 3D printing, but now they have a robot. This is a robotic 3D printing system from Seed. What are the advantages and limitations of 3D printing with a robot relative to a gantry? The gantry is capable of much faster build speeds, much faster build rate, just because this robot is limited to the extrusion system that can hang on the end of its arm. That said, right now, Additive Engineering Solutions, AES, they're using the smallest seed system, the smallest extrusion head. As they get more experience with a robot, what is likely is going to a bigger system, maybe even on a track for longer travels. As it happens, this is a different type of extruder on the robot. This is a melt pump driven by pressure. The gantry machines use an extruder that's driven by a screw. That affects the materials that are run on these machines. So far, this machine has been used to run ABS, 20% glass-filled ABS. AES could run higher temperature polymers on the gantry machine. They'll soon start experimenting to learn to what extent and by what process parameters they can run those kind of materials on the robot system. An advantage of the robot, we're seeing it here, is much more freedom to print at different angles, including changing the angle layer by layer, getting into a multi-planar print that changes the deposition angle, the angle of the layer as the build increases. AES uses software from AdAxis to program this robot, and it gets this multi-planar effect by compressing the Z height on one side and allowing it to be taller on the other. It's a near net shape part. It'll have to be machined, but in this initial preform, you can feel the difference in coarseness on the tall side versus the short side as it creates these multi-planar prints. Another advantage of the robot is mobility, and that is a big one, actually. The installation time for a gantry machine is very long. A team of people working more than a week to install each of these machines, and essentially it has to stay in place once installed. It took 3 people just a few days to install this robot, and it could very easily be moved to a different location in the plant as the workflow, as the production capacity requires.